Okay, we're continuing in the Sefer Shai Kedusha in the Hakdam, in the introduction. Now, we said there are few people that found Nevuah and Ruach HaKodesh in previous generations, and now people are looking and they didn't find a way to do it. What are people using nowadays? Here he continues and says, Yesh mehem asher hayim mashbim bekoch Hashem HaKodesh. As Malachim, there are some people that after the Nevi'im, like in closer times to ours, that they would use the names, the holy names, to be mashbiah Malachim, to put like a shavua on Malachim. The Jewish people have the power, and possibly Goyim, I'm not sure, have the power to be Mashabiyah Malachim, to say basically like I make you, and they say the name of the Malach or the name this name of Hashem. I command you to, and he's speaking to a Malach, to go ahead and do X, Y, and Z, to do certain thing, to reveal certain secrets to me, or to do certain actions, or things like that. It's called Hashabas HaMalachim. And these people that would use this method of Hashabas Malachim, of forcing angels, they expected to get light, but instead they got darkness. Because the malachim that they would command, that they would end up being able to control, would only be very low level malachim. They were in charge of low things, specific things in this world, physical things. Then and these angels that people in our generation basically have access to control are very much mixed up with good and evil. The lower malachim are mixed up with good and evil, and the higher malachim are more pure, and those are the ones that if they were able to be mashbiah those malachim, then it would be a different story. But and they themselves, even the malachim themselves, weren't able to perceive the true truth, the true kedusha. And they instead, since they don't have the truth themselves, they reveal to the people that are being mashbiah them and trying to get secrets from them, reveal to the people words of things that are mixed up, good and evil. Tarovas tov v'ra, emes v'sheker, things that sometimes weren't even true, and sometimes things that were not good, meaning telling them to do bad things, maybe. V'dvarim b'telim, and even wasteful things. Dinyani refuos, like different type of healings, different types of sciences. V'chachmas achimia, chemical. This is a science in the days of Rav Chaim Vital. And nowadays it would be similar. If a person got to this, then he might be revealed certain types of scientific tricks. V'pu'ulos kimia v'ashbos, and other things that have to do with ashbos. V'gam elu b'yayim shagu v'b'shachar to. Now these people, they actually fell into the trap of thinking that maybe they were getting somewhere by all these different knowledges that they got from the angels, but they really weren't. These people would just be osek in Torah mitzvahs. Now, they should really make a kal v'chomer. They should have learned from this famous story that we have brought down the Gemara, that Arba nichnasu l'pardes, Rabbi Akiva went in with three of his talmidim. It was Ben Azai, Ben Zoma, and Acher. I think those are the other three that came with them, and they all got damaged. They went up to do something very close to Nevuah, and everyone got damaged except for Rabbi Akiva. So Shenichnos Lepardes, they went up through like things that we're going to speak about here in the Sefer, things that have to do with Ruach HaKodesh and other things like that. That they did certain pulos, certain types of meditations or things, saying certain names, and they lifted the neshamas up into a place called the Pardes. Velo nimlat mehemish, and no one got out alive, healthy, fine, except for Rabbi Akiva. And even him, the Malach Yesharis, tried to push him down. And if it weren't for the help of Hashem, if Hashem didn't help Rabbi Akiva, then he wouldn't have made it either. And he only Rabbi Akiva was nichnas b'shalom v'yatzav b'shalom. He was able to go up with his neshama. He went up to the Pardes, to a very high place, and then he brought his neshama back down to, and he came back alive. Acher, as we know, he went off the derech. He saw an angel sitting in the chair of Hashem, and he went off the derech. Ben Zoma, I think it was Ben Zoma. He was nifter. He died, and Ben Azai, he came back, but he was not 100%. He didn't come back 100% in his mental faculties. V'emes ki hem bikshu madrigas gdolos. They, Rabbi Akiva and his talmidim, and the three that were with him, they wanted to get to very high levels, krova al nevuah, very close to nevuah. V'alken nistaknu ktsasam. They were endangered in what they did. They were doing something that was dangerous. Now, halavai for us, on our generation, that was Rabbi Akiva very, very shortly after the destruction of the second Beis Hamikdash, where Nevuah lasted until basically the time of the second Beis Hamikdash. Afterwards, there was no Nevuah, and they already went down. We, the Jewish people, went down in levels of the perception that we were able to get. So no longer Nevuah, we were able to get different levels of Ruach HaKodesh. But Rabbi Akiva, who was shortly after the time of the second Beis Hamikdash, he was able to get to such a high level, which was very close to Nevuah. But now, Alavai, that we should be able to get to Ruach HaKodesh more, the low level of Ruach HaKodesh, Ke'in Gilui Elio Navi, like when Elio Navi could come to us and learn with us, or reveal to us what we need to do and teach us things. Asher Rapim Zachu Elav, many people were Zochet to, in our generation, to a Gilui of Elio Navi. The Ke'in Gilui Neshamas HaTzedikim, and similarly, revelation of neshamas tzaddikim that we could still be zochet to. We can have the neshamas of big tzaddikim come and reveal themselves to us and teach us things and guide us. And also there are other levels of Ruach HaKodesh that we're going to speak about in the Sefer, but this is one example. Kanizkar harbe pamim b'Sefer Tikunim v'la'od. And not only that, we actually saw holy people that got to all these levels. Nafshu atzmoso bizdakhu me'od me'od. There are some people that perfected themselves very, very much. Tiskale la'adam v'tanhigehu b'chol drachav. Now he will then be guided through this Ruach HaKodesh in every way. He'll actually be able to know what to do and how to go. V'kol elu drachim krovim. We're not talking necessarily about halacha. Halacha is only down here in this world. It's very important to understand that we must follow the law as it's taught down, as it's paskined and decided based on logical intelligence, and not based on Ruach HaKodesh. This is guidance in a person's personal life, in a person's spiritual development and closeness to Hashem. Very different than knowing whether something is kosher or not kosher, or mutter or aser, or whether something is kedai to do. We first always must take guidance with the Shulchan Aruch. The Shulchan Aruch is the basic halacha, and halacha of the Shulchan Aruch is always decided not based on spiritual perception or feelings, but based on law, and we have a system of law which was passed down from generation to generation. So that's when it says here that it guides, the Ruach HaKodesh guides a person in every way, is not talking about things that have to do with law, with halacha. V'kol elu drachin krovim, we're continuing. V'kol elu drachin krovim yasigu af bizmanenu zeh el haruim eleihim. Now these things should be very close and very accessible for us, to people that are able to, people that are fitting, even in our generation, to be able to get to. However, there still needs to be a tremendous amount of testing, of clarification, of making sure, to make sure that a person is coming to the emes, even when a person gets these giluim and gets revelations. Because sometimes, maybe, what is happening is Ruach HaCheres, is another type of spirit, a spirit that's bilti tar, that's maybe not 100% pure. Because all this will be explained in the third section, the 8th chapter of the 3rd section. How distinguishing between true and not true revelations. Rabbi Nachman says that even to get impure, unclarified, not 100% pure revelations, a person still needs to work very, very hard. He has to fast a lot or do all sorts of different tikkunim on himself and work very, very hard in order to get to such a level. And even once a person gets to the level, in the beginning it comes often mixed up, good and bad, or even if it's not good and bad, it's some things that are not 100% true. And as a person goes up in these levels, then he can get to a place where it is more clear and more good, more only good, until it can be totally clear. Lachen, hitziksani ruach bitni, lahati leprushim, litmoch biyaminam, lahoris lahem aderech yachuba. So my heart told me, the ruach inside of me told me to give away to people, for people to go in this way to be able to come to Ruach HaKodesh. Therefore I wrote the Sefer, which is small in size and very large in quality. And I called it Shari Kedusha. And in it I revealed secrets that were not revealed in previous generations. Because I, Rav Chaim Vital says, received it from the mouth of a holy man, Malach Hashem Tzvakos, a holy angel of Hashem, Moria Rizal Luria, from Darizal. I received these teachings that I'm about to teach you here in the Sefer from Darizal. And since they are very, very big secrets and very deep, I'm going to only reveal a hand's breadth, and I'm going to be covering 1,000 meters, meaning he's going to reveal a small amount and cover a lot. Hopefully we'll be able to reveal again a little bit more and make it a little bit more accessible. And I'm going to open up a beginning of the gates of Kedusha, gates of holiness, like a small needle hole. And someone who's fitting will be able to use this Sefer to be able to understand how to go deeper in and how to get inside. And Hashem will not hold back good from those people who go in the pure and straightforward way.